If you love liberty and you do not want your children to be slaves, I ask that you hear this and take action. People keep saying, we see the tyranny, we see the abuse, we see the corruption from our officials and the judiciary, we see our friends and our neighbors killed on the side of the road and locked away in prisons for nothing. But what can we do? What can we do but talk, because their tyranny and their power is even greater than the crown in the American Revolution. So how can we stand? Well, we have a problem, and it is this. Anytime the leadership, be they militia or activists or spokesmen, anytime they rally people together to stand in a great and bold and principled way, this government will divide, they will destroy, they will conquer. They will either kill them, they will arrest them, or they will compromise them, as we have seen in the leadership of so many national organizations that said they would stand with us, but have not and will not. And so what can we do? What is the solution? I present to you this action. Let me ask you a question. Where is it easiest to get lost? Right here, in the forest. In the forest, you can't see the forest for the trees or the trees for the forest, and yet the forest is full of power and resources. I present to you that we need a resistance, that it is time to stand and cast off this treasonous government who has universally violated the rights of all mankind. But we need a means by which they cannot simply cut off the leadership and scatter the resistance. We need a means so that if I am taken, or they are taken, or even you are taken, the resistance goes on. We need a forest, and that starts with a single tree. That starts with you. A tree is a trio. You only need to find two others and take your tree and begin resisting. It could be activism with a camera or speaking out, or it could be using your skills to be the gray man and to block and disrupt our government of treason from the federal to the local, to prevent them from abusing our fellow man, locking them away without due process, and violating their rights, charging them with crimes when there is no victim. It's a resistance to stand against the tyranny and the abuse in this government and to take back our liberty. And with your tree, you can join other trees. You get maybe 10 or 20 trees together, and now you have a copse. See, one tree can turn the world upside down, but a group of them has great power. And yet, the trees are still lost in the forest. And so as the forest grows all over the nation, as the resistance expands, they can't find the resistance, and they can't cut it off and shatter it. Now, what of principle? What of not abusing our fellow man and not becoming like them? Well, the forest has one founding principle, and that is this: to love your neighbor as yourself. This is the founding principle of all law. If you love your neighbor as yourself, you cannot steal or take their stuff or steal their rights. If you love your neighbor as yourself, you defend their rights. And if you do not stand on this principle, you're not of the trees, you're a bramble, seeking to bring the fire in and destroy the forest of liberty, just as our treasonous government has done with their raging fires of tyranny all across our nation. My friends, it is time to stand up. It's time to stand up on principle. It's time to become trees, to make a forest, and to start blocking and disrupting and stopping this government. And anything goes in stopping them, as long as we do not violate the rights of others, as long as we are principled, as long as we love our neighbor as ourself. It's time to go out and resist and cast off this treason and restore liberty for our children. But you can do it today, even without a large group. You can take your tree and you can form your resistance, and you can expand and you can grow. Because in the forest, though there be so many resources, they cannot find us all. And to this treasonous government across this nation, you may take a few of us. You may find a few of us, but our blood is seed, and the more of us you take, the greater the forest will grow. And so you can search for us and you can hunt for us. But we, the resistance, who love liberty and love our neighbor and stand principled to be the peacemakers that you will not, we will be out here, hidden in the forest, standing up against you and you will not be able to stop us.